provisions of this facility have helped to largely address the huge infrastructure needs of the school as a result of the large student enrollment. The school is extremely grateful to the government through the Ministry of Education, Accra Academic Old Boys, corporate organizations, and individuals. Discipline. Mr. Chairman, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, at the just ended annual conference of heads of assisted secondary school, CHAS, we came out strongly to express our concern about the increasing rate of indiscipline that have bedeviled most of our senior high schools of late in the country. Some of these misconduct, such as hooliganism, bullying, smoking, gambling, breaking bounds, stealing, fraud, disrespect for school authorities, to mention a few, have their roots in the homes and communities they are coming from. Mr. Chairman, Accra Academy cannot be an exception of some of these misconduct by a few students, despite all the disciplinary measures put in place. Unfortunately, these culprits have the tacit support and backing of their parents and very prominent personalities in our society. Parents and some of these high-profile personalities will intercept the process of administering the sanction system to the offending students with threats and abuses on staff and school authorities. I wish to use this occasion to passionately appeal to parents and these high-profile personalities to allow the administrative system in the school to work. Parents must rather help shape and train these children for their own good and a fulfilled life. The unapproved use of mobile phones is still an offense for a very good reason, and parents must desist from interfering in the disciplinary system in the school in the name of retrieving mobile phones for their work. Parents Association. The Parents Association have been very tremendous in supporting the developmental programs of the school administration, and we are very appreciative of that. Besides the regular engagement with the school, we assisted with the following: the innovation of a 12-seater toilet facility, sponsoring the cost of writing a second mock examination, and payment of two security staff. Presently, there's education towards installing CCTV cameras in the school. The way forward. Yes, we are picking it after Upukowari. The way forward. Looking ahead, we remain committed to providing high-quality education that prepares our students for the future. We will continue to foster a supportive and inclusive learning environment where every student can reach his or his full potential. We will strive to stay at the forefront of educational advancement, embracing new technologies and teaching methodologies. In conclusion, I'm proud to report that our school is in a strong and progressive state. Our staff have demonstrated unwavering dedication, commitment, and sacrifice, and our old boys have shown resilience in the face of challenges, despite the fact of challenges in the school. Together, we will continue to nurture and empower our students, ensuring they are well prepared for the opportunities and responsibilities that lies ahead. May the good Lord continue to bless us all and make our school great and strong. I thank you all and I wish you a very special day of celebration. Long live Accra, Accra. Long live Ghana. Accra, Accra. Accra, Accra. Accra, Accra. Students, be mindful of your mathematics score. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Most of you students, I believe you are still mindful of your score. After the headmaster's delivery, we should have been on our feet. And we are grateful to have such a headmaster. He is a visionary leader, very fair and firm. He will tell you he doesn't reward mediocrity. And to us, it's an honor to have him. A very big round of applause for our head. Thank you very much. At this juncture, we want to invite our keynote speaker and sometimes this is a man that you watch and you ask yourself, which school did you attend? The strategic and key questioning. Sometimes you wish you can carry your TV to the classroom, but at Accra, you have a headmaster academics who will not allow you to. You must focus on your work. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to invite Madame Patricia Jura, even as she introduced our keynote speaker. And with a round of applause, let's welcome her. Do it better as she introduced our keynote speaker.
Thank you, Mr. MC. Mr. Chairman, directors present, Board of Governors, our distinguished headmaster and his able assistants, heads of sister schools present, distinguished guests, staff, BLB, parents, students, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor for me to introduce our guest speaker for today's occasion. Our guest speaker for today's occasion is Eblel B of the 1992 year group. He is the managing director of the Ignite Media Group, which owns and operates Metro TV, Original TV, and Original 91.19 F. He is an award-winning journalist and the concept developer and host of the multiple awards-winning current affairs show on television, Good Morning Ghana, which has aired for 22 years. Our guest speaker is the owner and president of Hearts of Lions Football Club, a Premier League club in Ghana. He is an elected member of the Executive Council of the Ghana Football Association. He is the board chairman of Peduase Valley Resort and sits on the board of a number of private sector organizations. In academia, he holds a doctorate in business administration from the Swiss Business School, Switzerland. He has a master's degree in applied business and research from the same institution. Our guest speaker also holds an MBA in General Management from the Australian Institute of Business, Adelaide in Australia. In the year 2006, the Republic of Ghana awarded him a Grand Medal for his role in Ghana's first ever qualification and participation in the 2006 World Cup, which was held in Germany. 2 years later, which is in 2008, the Republic of Ghana awarded him the Order of the Voter for his outstanding contribution to the development of media in Ghana. He is married to a beautiful wife, and together they have 4 children, 2 sons and twin daughters. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, help me welcome to the podium Dr. Randy Anate Ave.
Please, you may be seated. After the appellation of then our keynote speaker takes over. Thank you very much.
Accra.
Bleu.
Accra.
Bleu.
Accra.
Bleu. Ake ago.
Amen.
Ake ago.
Amen.
Ago.
Amen.
Mene ashime.
Mwene ashio.
Nima ho. Nama ho. Womi banede omanye. Shini watara ne. Mina apio ee.
Accra ena afi nyomai ne wuke enyo.
Noni minchone nanu bana. Oula ne shipimo ye Ghana man adapicha ye wote.
Nune ji onupa fefe ye Metro TV, Original TV, ke Ignite Media Group.
Eji onukpa ye Pedrasi Valley Resort.
Oula ne small boy na akpa.
Ine ha eche kpando Hearts of Lions ball uchala akuwe.
Oula nga tesa abenji eshenye ni eshe ekra.
Nuche drama ke bihi enyo ke hanji ye fefe.
Oula randi abe ke shikemishe ke kaka.
Nu chichiche be ole boni wo fi oye Accra momo ke owe kume agbasani tra ni omanye dron ablao here.
Will you please be upstanding as we welcome our guests? Accra. Please be seated. Mr. Chairman, Chairman of the Board of Governors, a special guest of honor, the Headmaster, President of AOBA, my President, my 93-year group, parents, teachers, students, non-teaching staff, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. When I received the invitation to speak at the 92nd Speech and Prize Giving Day of my cherished alma mater, Accra Academy, I instantaneously and rhetorically asked my president, why me? But an almost ethereal and captivating voice whispered, "Ran the wind blow, beckons you obey. You dare not ask questions." And like a famous party chairman once said, "Who am I?" And so here I am. I'm here as a proud academician who has exciting fond memories of the happenings within the hallowed walls of this great school. A school that has produced many of Ghana's great and mighty. This great school began with a vision and commitment of Dr. Kofi George Konya, Messrs. Samuel Neil Zaulete, Godfrey Naku Alema, and James Akwe Hamadu. As a little palm kennel in two modest one-story buildings on the 20th day of July 1931. The school was situated at Manchagona, a suburb of Jamestown, right here in Accra. Accra Academy was subsequently moved to its present site in September 1961, with about 250 students and an infrastructure base of 21 classrooms, 3 science laboratories, and 4 halls of residence. By the early 1990s, the palm kernel planted had matured into that visible palm tree engraved on our school crest. By this time, the school's population had exceeded 1,000. Mr. Chairman, this means that over a period of 6 decades, from 1931 to the 1990s, the population increased by 5,163%. Obviously, the population was growing geometrically and outstripping the rate of infrastructure development. An unsustainable trajectory had begun. I remember that in lower 6, we numbered over 570. So our general paper classes were held at Assembly Hall. Can you imagine 570 students crammed in a hall being taught and supervised by one teacher? And here I salute Mr. George Mayer, also known as Junior, my general paper tutor. Specifically between 1961 and the 1990s, the school only witnessed the addition of just one-story buildings to its infrastructure, and we looked on. Ladies and gentlemen, Accra Academy has striven to thrive and has intensely transformed into a giant palm tree
In a challenging environment at Bubuashi adjacent the Kanishiter's life, where others may not have survived, we have triumphed. From 19 students at the outset, we can boast of having 4,500 students today. Congratulations to our forebears. Congratulations to the past and current managers of Accra Academy and the 200 teaching and non-teaching staff who continue to lift the flag of Accra Academy higher up. Mr. Chairman, it's a no-brainer that the school's infrastructure is inadequate. Yes, there are 21 bungalows, 53 classrooms, 3 science laboratories, 4 science resource laboratories, 1 ICT laboratory, 7 dormitories, 1 administration block, 1 clinic, some sports facilities and the ceremonial grounds are incapable of meeting our needs if Accra Academy is to transform into a modern, cutting-edge, technology-compliant school. Accra Academy deserves sustainable school infrastructure. Nevertheless, give me another chance in life as a boy today, and I'll choose Accra Academy without question. Thank you all, the Accra Academy class of 1992, for this invitation. I feel blessed to be one of you. The 92nd Speech and Prize Giving Day is being sponsored by the 1992 year group. The year 92 itself, 1992 itself, birthed some epochal events in this great republic of ours. Ghana was transitioning into the democracy of the Fourth Republic, and the Black Meteors, Ghana's Olympic team, won Africa's first ever medal in soccer at the Olympic Games held in Barcelona. As a media practitioner and a football administrator, how I wish I was asked to speak to any of these two topics, namely democracy or football in Ghana. However, Accra Academy's class of 1992 has only tasked me to deliver my address on the topic developing and maintaining sustainable school infrastructure for impactful education, a shared responsibility. This topic would pass for a doctoral thesis at any Ivy League school. And why not? Accra Academy is our own Ivy League. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, in this speech, I seek to adopt and adapt the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, of the United Nations as my frame of reference, because the SDGs remain the most relevant and authoritative source document for any discussion on sustainable development. After the pursuit of the Millennium Development Goals, MDGs, in 2015, Ghana further committed to the Sustainable Development Goals, which includes Goal 4, which aims at ensuring inclusive and equitable quality education and promoting lifelong learning opportunities for all. All 10 education targets under Goal 4 seek to ensure all girls and boys complete free, equitable, and quality primary and secondary education, leading to relevant and effective learning outcomes by 2030. This noble goal cannot materialize without adequate and equitable financing of basic and second cycle education. Mr. Chairman, 2030 is just 7 years from now, just a year before Accra Academy turns a century. I dare say the world, including Accra Academy, is far behind time and must double up and invest heavily in humanity if the goals can be achieved within the set time. This is why I'm exceedingly excited that this school has recognized and prioritized the need to deploy sustainable school infrastructure and good maintenance culture to educate and empower the youth to impact meaningfully on society. We must all share in this responsibility because impactful education will surely contribute to creating well-paying jobs, protect our environment, and end poverty, squalor, and deprivation. Relatedly, when we teach our students sustainable living before they exit the walls of Accra Academy, their future choices both at home and at work will also impact positively on the world. Truth is, among the young boys seated right before me are future fathers, I mean responsible fathers, future presidents, judges, journalists, sports administrators, lawyers, doctors, CEOs, bankers, pilots, teachers, and many more. This being the case, let us resolve to help our beloved school. Let us contribute to building academic and residential facilities that can meet the increasing demands on our school. Talking about our young boys, Mr. Chairman, let me recall and commend the exploits of our boys at this year's National Science and Math Quiz. 2 weeks ago, we witnessed a very spirited semi-final performance by our gallant students. Kudos to our participants and teachers. Next year, we shall get to the finals and hopefully win it. On this auspicious occasion, I would also like to congratulate all the award winners, and for those who are not called to receive prizes today, be motivated to study harder. On a grade A school like Accra Academy will intensify and may topple over if adequate measures are not instituted. Same can be said for many educational institutions at all levels. Land is a gift of nature, but is geographically immobile. Otherwise, I would have convinced my Ghana people who are bereaved today to move several tracts of land from elsewhere to Dubai as a donation to my alma mater. However, this is impossible. But a possibility exists. To ensure sustainability, Accra Academy calls on us with our iconic Bleo sound to construct multi-story, well-lit, very ventilated, vertical infrastructure for both academic and residential purposes. Undoubtedly, our surgeons abroad have confirmed that with efficient and effective spatial planning, coupled with innovative architecture, adequate facilities can be provided to suit the needs of students, teaching and critical non-teaching staff, even with limited land. Beyond vertical development saving land, I also emphasize adequate ventilation, because with optimal air circulation, we can be assured of less power consumption and less cost, just as strategic positioning of the buildings permits adequate sunlighting during the day. Over and above the development of new and modern sustainable infrastructure in a shared but differentiated manner, let us also ingeniously re-engineer the existing buildings to serve our purpose as the student population increase with increasing national population growth. By re-engineering for sustainability, as an example, I mean incorporating biogas technology into existing facilities to save costs on power consumption and rainwater harvesting and treatment to ensure uninterrupted water. But even if that happens, I urge you to retain this very holy site, where Ghana's many great and mighty were seated. I also challenge the managers of our grade school to prioritize maintenance in order to preserve the existing infrastructure on this campus. Mr. Chairman, developing and maintaining sustainable school infrastructure for impactful education as a shared responsibility requires thorough national discourse and urgent action. Let me emphasize that we must also consider the concerns of persons who live with different forms of disabilities if the ends of equity are to be served. The discourse must not be confined to Accra Academy alone. On my part as a voice of influence and a responsive citizen, I promise to take it up beyond today's speech and prize giving day ceremony. In addition, sharing the responsibility means parents, students, teaching and non-teaching staff, alumni, government and its built environment institutions, parliament, and developing partners, appreciating the enormity of the challenge and committing to fund it. These multi-stakeholders must also be receptive to new ideas and technologies and must be willing to respond favorably to the needs of schools. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, the Ghana Education Trust Fund, GET Fund, is a public trust set up by an act of parliament in the year 2000. The GET Fund has become the main source of financing education infrastructure in Ghana. Accruals to the fund includes 2.5% of the value-added tax collected by the Ghana Revenue Authority. And thankfully, a few of my mates are with the GRA. Unfortunately, in 2017, Ghana's parliament, at the instance of the executive, passed the Earmarked Funds Capping and Realignment Act to free up public funds in the ministry, departments, and agencies for other uses. This obnoxious act provides that the earmark funds for each financial year should be equivalent to 25% of revenue, a move which has reduced GET fund inflows drastically, thus inhibiting development of infrastructure in public schools. Additionally, in 2018, GET fund was partially securitized for 10 years to secure a $1.5 billion CD equivalent loan stroke bond in 3 tranches for financing education infrastructure. The major expected outcome of the loan was to expand senior high school infrastructure and end the double track system under the free SHS program. 2023 is about ending, but the verdict is we are still saddled with a double track system. Furthermore, Mr. Chairman, in 2022, government moved the capping of funds such as the GET fund from 25% to 70% by passing the Enhanced Earmarked Funds Capping and Realignment Act. This terrible law was a piercing stab to the very heart of infrastructure development in schools. This is because it assigned a paltry and anemic 30% of the revenue meant for infrastructure development in schools to the GET fund. Ladies and gentlemen, even with the capping and realignment, the disparity between allocations in the budget and actual releases paint a gloomier picture. According to the GET Fund investment formula in the Hansard of Parliament, in the year 2018, 924,804,543 cedis was allocated in the budget. However, 404,719,572 cedis, representing 44%, was released. In 2019, 1,206,764,000 cedis was allocated in the budget. However, 557,972,536 cedis, representing 49%, was released. In the year 2020, 1,228,448 cedis was allocated. However, 695,470,000, representing 64%, was released. In the year 2021, 1,442,796,000 was allocated in the budget. However, 676,093,202 cedis, representing 47%, was actually released, despite the capping. I must add that the passage of the law was never without spirited protests and petitions from civil society organizations, teacher and student unions. Because the capping and realignment law has further reduced the ability of the GET fund to provide infrastructure in schools, I'm urging the government to take advantage of the 2024 budget and financial statement to stop capping the GET fund. Parliament must also desist from approving such proposals. In 8 years, specifically in 2031, this great school will turn 100 years. Yes, Accra Academy will be 100 years old in 2031, just 8 years from now. Coincidentally, 2031 will also mark the first year after the expiration of the Sustainable Development Goals. Therefore, Accra Academy needs more, we need money and innovation to be compliant with the SDGs. I'm reliably informed, and I'm sure that we all heard the data from the Headmaster, that to end the double track system, which keeps some students at home on vacation while others are studying in school, Accra Academy alone needs 30 new and additional classrooms to accommodate about 1,200 students. Among others, more than 30 bungalows and flats to get more staff to stay in the school are also required to ensure discipline. There are about 3,000 boarders in this school, housed in 7 halls of residence and serviced by the same dining hall that we used about 4 decades ago. I'm reliably informed that to use the dining hall, our students practice what is known as a quadruple track system by taking turns in groups to have their meals. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, over the past 92 years, the founders of this great school, previous and current governments, parents and all students have contributed immensely towards the infrastructure that we have all benefited from and which continues to serve the thousands of current and future students. Just this morning, my 1993 year group commissioned the refurbished visual arts block. I commend our indefatigable president, Mr. Kwame Dankwa, and his executives the members of the various subcommittees, and all my colleagues both home and abroad, whose generous contributions made this feat possible. Kindly join me to applaud them. Many year groups and individual old students, like the African football legend, Asamoah Gyan, have contributed immensely to the development and maintenance of this school's infrastructure and have to be celebrated. But as I've illustrated in this speech, to maintain and develop sustainable infrastructure for impactful education, Accra Academy needs a lot more. Mr. Chairman, to meet this onerous obligation on us as old students and parents, I wish to propose the establishment of an Accra Academy Centenary Fund. An Accra Academy Centenary Fund. This fund should be anchored in the resolve of the proposed Accra Club 1000. This will be a group of a minimum of 1,000 able alumni who are willing to realize the objectives of the Centenary Fund. Let me add, our wives, children, and other well-wishers can also join the club as we get ready to contribute 500 cedis a month or 6,000 cedis a year for the Accra Academy Centenary Fund. 500 cedis a month or 6,000 cedis a year. This contribution will not be forever, but for the next 8 years. I mean from now till 2031, when we celebrate Accra Academy at 100. Guess what? These contributions will rake in a minimum of 6 million cedis annually, yielding a total of 48 million cedis by 2031. Mr. Chairman, within the context of the provision of sustainable school infrastructure being a shared responsibility, I want to further propose a voluntary contribution of 50 cedis per student per term by parents to be paid into the proposed Accra Academy Centenary Fund. This represents 150 cedis contribution by parents every academic year for each student. I use voluntary advisedly because of the restrictions imposed on senior high schools by the free SHS policy. I joined the numerous stakeholders who have called for a review of the free SHS policy by government, especially in the area of contributions by parents and guardians. Recent reports of parents and all students being called upon to help with the feeding and other expenditure on students clearly fortifies the call for a review. Once again, with a student population of about 4,500, this will generate a minimum amount of 675,000 cedis every year, and over the next 8 years, about 5.4 million cedis. To this end, Mr. Chairman, I propose a board comprising persons with integrity and competence drawn from alumni, parents, and the management of the school. A reputable audit firm should be appointed to ensure accountability, compliance, and transparency. The Centenary Fund I'm proposing should generate a minimum of 53.4 million cedis over the next 8 years from only alumni and parents of students. The fund must finance infrastructure development and its maintenance to ensure sustainable and impactful education as the theme for today's occasion describes. Mr. Chairman, as I turn 50 years in a few weeks, my wife Tessa, who's here with me, and I would like to contribute 50,000 Ghana cedis. As seed money to establish the Accra Academy Centenary Fund. To conclude, Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, I began my speech reminiscing about key events in 1992 and tracing the comparative discrepancy between population growth and infrastructure development of Accra Academy from its inception in 1931 up to today. My frame of reference for sustainability has been the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, which must be achieved by countries by 2030. I have called on government to abolish the Capping and Realignment Act and review the free SHS policy. I proceeded to suggest that we set up an Accra Academy Centenary Fund, a fund to rake in at least 53.4 million cedis from alumni and parents over the next 8 years. Furthermore, I have encouraged government and development partners to upscale this monetary projection. The deeper truth is, with our present population of about 4,500, our increase in population from 1931 stands at 449,900%. This shows we truly have a challenge with sustainable infrastructure now and in the future. Thus, we must act decisively to address the impatient tempo of this notable mismatch. Ladies and gentlemen, because we all share in the belief that we must develop and maintain sustainable infrastructure for impactful education at Accra Academy and in all schools across the country, we, as a consortium of the willing, must implement these proposals. Paraphrasing our school anthem, this is the surest way for generations of scholars to salute Accra Academy, as black and gray acknowledge Accra Academy. Because in thought, in words, and indeed, Accra Academy has given us all noble gifts to cherish forever. Let us all continue to chant and practice Esekwan Wiberi as students or past students of Accra Academy. Because at Accra, we have chosen to be rather than seem to be. Thank you once again, and God richly bless us all.
Shall we do it better for the keynote speaker? Let it be resounding. Accra. Accra. Thank you very much, Dr. Randy Abe, for the wonderful speech and contribution. Please resume your seat. Mr. Chairman, please grant me permission to acknowledge the following people in our midst. Mr. Paul Abankwa, Assistant Head Administration, Achimota School. You are welcome, sir. Madam Abna Ajemfra, Assistant Head Domestic, Ebenezer Senior High. She's here. Please put it together for them. Mr. Kwame Owusu Eduam, former Headmaster St. Peter's Senior High. You are welcome. Mr. William H. Ewua, Senior Housemaster Tema Mahia Sektek, is also in our midst. Mr. Alfred Vatas, Secretary, Association of Retired Heads, Greater Accra. He is welcome. Mr. Elikem S. Logbavi, Headmaster Ashaman Senior High. You are welcome, sir. Mr. Emmanuel S.K. Labi, Headmaster, Presec Legon, is in our midst. Mr. Patrick Mensah, Headmaster, Odogono Senior High, is right. So Mr. S.K. Labi is representing the Headmaster of Presec Legon. Thank you, sir, for the correction. We also have Zinabu Adams, Assistant Head Domestic, Kimbu Senior Sectec, also in our midst. Mr. Paul Ejiri Mensah, Headmaster, Kaneshi Secondary Technical School, is here. Mr. Ofori Boating Elijah, Curriculum Leader, Kaneshi Bishop. Mr. Chairman, I also would like to acknowledge Madam Cynthia Atuche Moni. She's Smoga 92. She's here in our midst. We also have Mr. Hansen Saki Bleobi, 1971, in the house. We have Nunya Gadegbeku Bleo 1984, also with us. We have Mrs. Sylvia M. Lechate, Headmistress, Kimbu Senior High Technical School, also with us. We have Mr. Percy Buama, the Finance Chair, Bleo 1992, also with us. Ladies and gentlemen, we have in our midst Reverend Joseph Fiamawell, Assistant Headmaster, Nungwa Senior High School, also with us. Miss Evelyn Nabia, Headmistress, Accra High School, in the house. Mr. Benjamin K. Kwating, Metro Regional Director, Accra Metro, with us. Mr. Vincent Esoa, Headmaster Osu Presec, is also with us. Mrs. Naomi Vanderboy, Assistant Headmistress, Accra Wesley Girls, is also with us. Miss Philomena Owusu Ansa, Headmistress, St. Mary's, is with us. Miss Beatrice Ayoko Mensam, Assistant Headmistress, La Presby Senior High, is also with us in this auditorium. Mr. Delali Kuma, Assistant Headmaster, Presec Tema, is also with us. Mr. Robert Josiah Checha, Assistant Headmaster, O'Reilly Senior High School, is also with us. And there is a need to have a correction done. This is Mr. David Ojija. He's the Headmaster of Presec Legon. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. A big round of applause for our co-MC. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the speeches I've ever heard or listened to. You know something spectacular about what dog? This is the only speech that came with solution. Very pragmatic solutions. A very big round of applause to Dr. Randy Abe. And in no time, we're having the awards. I want to find out, Doc proposed a fund to be created. What is the name of that fund? From the student, so that your name can be considered with the awards committee. What is the name of that fund? What's the name of the fund? Thank you very much. That was powerful delivery by Doc. And I think we joined Doc to tell the government to stop capping the GET fund. Do you agree? Yes, that is great. At this juncture, I want to introduce our special guest of honor. And to do that for us is Miss Patricia Anna Mesa. With a round of applause, let's welcome her.
Mr. Chairman, special guest speaker, directors present, Board of Governors, Honorable Headmaster and his hard-working assistants, heads of sister schools present, and past headmasters, distinguished guests, LB, staff, parents, students, ladies and gentlemen. I deem it a great privilege to be the one to introduce the special guest of honor for our 92nd speech and prize-giving ceremony. The special guest of honor for this memorable occasion is a proud product of Accra Academy, where he obtained his GCO level certificate in 1965. He furthered his education in Fando Secondary School, University of Dakar, Senegal, University of Ghana, Legon, and University of Madrid, Spain. He began his public service in the Republic of Ghana when he was appointed and served as French tutor at his alma mater, Accra Academy, under the Ghana Education Service for 2 years. that was from 1971 to 1973. He entered the Ghana Foreign Service in November 1973 and built a fulfilling career of 33 years, comprising 16 years at headquarters, that is the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and 17 years in overseas posts. He mandatorily retired from the service on the attainment of age 60 in February 2006, I beg your pardon. At the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, he rose to serve in various senior management positions, including those of personal assistant to the minister, director of finance and accounts, director of policy planning and research, and acting chief director. In his diplomatic assignments, our special guest of honor had a succession of appointments with corresponding experiences in Mali, Cuba, Namibia, South Africa, the United Kingdom, and the Democratic Republic of Congo. He has been particularly credited for the re-establishment of Ghana's diplomatic mission in Havana, Cuba, as well as for the establishment of Ghana's diplomatic missions in Windhoek, Namibia, and in Pretoria, South Africa. In acknowledgement of his enormous and valuable working experience, he was recalled from retirement and appointed Deputy Minister for Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration by the John Atta Mills administration from April 2009 to January 2013. In further recognition of his distinguished public service, especially in the field of international diplomacy, the Republic of Ghana conferred on him the state honor of Officer of the Order of the Volta in December 2015. He is married to a food research scientist, and they are blessed with a son and a daughter. Ladies and gentlemen, with a standing ovation and a round of applause, help me welcome our special guest of honor, Ambassador Chris Podu.
Accra, Accra. Accra, Accra. Mr. Chairman, the Chairman and members of the Board of Governors, distinguished invited guests, the Headmaster and staff, parents and students, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Blaubees. I'm always elated and encouraged anytime I enter the school that I left almost 6 decades ago as a student and 5 decades ago as a tutor. Yes, indeed, I am elated. I'm elated because I see the ever-growing tree planted 92 years ago by our visionary founders, namely Dr. K.G. Konwa, Mr. J.A. Hamado, Mr. G.N. Amlima, and Mr. S.N. Awulese, all of cherished blessed memory, still bearing nourishing fruits. I am indeed encouraged, simply because the current generation of teachers and students are forever striving to uphold the vision of our founders and keeping faith with our cherished and treasured motto, Esse Quam Videri, and thereby preferring reality to perception in all our endeavors. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, wish to appreciate this opportunity and the honor done to me as a special guest to commend and celebrate the headmaster, the staff, both academic and non-academic, and the students for keeping the torch burning with indeed brighter flames. Your achievements
are public knowledge, and I need not elaborate on them. I wish to also commend the Old Boys Association, the Blaubi, for the enterprising support they have been lending to the school over the years. The commissioning this morning of the refurbished visual arts block by the patrons of this year's activity, Blaubi of Flow 92, is yet another eloquent testimony of how enterprising Blaubi can be in serving their alma mater. It is indeed refreshing as well as reassuring that a guest speaker today, a distinguished Blaubi himself, has elaborated the merits of shared responsibility for developing and maintaining requisite infrastructure. It is often said that the sky is the limit, but I dare say for Accra Academy, we shall raise the sky higher as we reach the limit. Our charge should be to aspire to reach beyond the sky in whatever we do. Needless to say, and I trust the capability and resourcefulness of the Board of Governors, the Old Boys Association, the Headmaster, and management of the school in inspiring and upholding this charge for the benefit of present and future students. To you, the awards and prize-winning students, you have deservedly won our felicitations. Your pitch today is but a beginning, and I urge you all to keep soaring higher and higher. I wish to also acknowledge and extol the valiant performance of our 2023 National Science and Math Quiz team. You have not won the trophy, but you have clearly manifested your potential. I urge future teams to stay on course and develop this potential to the very maximum. Let us all renew our commitment and dedication to achieving quality education for life, selfless service based on truth, hard work, and prosperity. And most of all, let us continue to be rather than to seem to be. I wish us all a fruitful celebration of this day under the canopy of divine guidance and protection. I thank you all for your kindness.
Thank you very much. Another big round of applause for our special guest of honor. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, we would want to recognize individuals who have demonstrated outstanding achievement and resilience and unwavering commitment to their academic work and respective fields. And then we want you to appreciate them even as they come. And I believe so strongly that this time we'll be inspired to also do better as we listen to their names. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the awards committee as they take over. Do it once again for them.
Thank you. Madam Chair, all hearing gathered, as the MC just informed us, it's a time to recognize and honor those who have excelled in various areas. These awards goes to those who have gone above and beyond and exemplify the qualities and achievement these awards represent. It is a testament to their hard work and a symbol of the belief of the school in their potential. We hope it will inspire them to continue in the path of excellence and inspire others to follow suit. Now to the awards. We have the first in financial accounting for Form 2. And this prize goes with 500 cedis cash prize. And it is sponsored by Mr. Isaac Emisan Edu. And the winner of this prize is Master Samuel Jabba here. To help us the honor to present the award, we call on Ms. Adelaide Amaboy, Accra Wesley Girls Headmistress, to help with the presentation. Next, first in animal husbandry, Form 2, and the prize is 500 cedis, sponsored by Mr. Nicholas Tamaklo. The winner is Said Prince Abdallah. We have Cephas Sewavi Meme, first in biology, Form 2, 500 cedis, sponsored by Mr. Samuel Tete. Next is Joshua Selom Abini, first in business management, Form 2. And for his prize, 500 cedis and a certificate, sponsored by Angels Beauty. Master Kennedy Kofi Atta, first in chemistry, Form 2. 500 cedis, sponsored by Mr. Kwame Odoi Dankwa. He has also won for himself the Most Improved Student Award, presented by Chobox Technologies, producers of durable and quality plastic Chobox. Then we have Enoch Tometi, first in CRS, Form 2, first in French, Form 2. Each of these awards goes with 500 cedis cash, sponsored by Mr. Carlos Buedu. And then last for Madam is Benji Hola Bodo, first in economics. He also goes home with 500 cedis, sponsored by Dr. Randy Abe. Thank you, Madam. Next to help us with the next set is Mr. Joseph Amowa, our President. The next person to receive the award is Edwin Ni Adote Anand, first in elective. And the prize goes with 500 cedis and a certificate sponsored by Mr. Dennis Okine. Following is Fastos Nana Kwesi Kwapon, first in ICT, second in ICT, certificate, and then first in English language, 500 cedis, sponsored by Mr. Nathan Osafo Omani. Master Maxwell Bentum, first in elective mathematics, Form 2, 500 cedis, sponsored by Mr. Edmond Aoku. We have Master Roland Odate Wellington, second in English language. Master Ebenezer Aban, third in English language. Jason Cheneboa Kodia, first in Ghana, Form 2, 500 cedis, sponsored by Mr. Ambrose Cotte Papafield. Samuel Ni Ayekwe Kwe. First in General Agriculture, Form 2. He's won for himself 500 cedis, sponsored by Mr. Percy Boama. Thank you, sir. We now call on Mr. Clement K. Apietu, the headmaster for NLC Amanfrom, to help us with the next set. First on the list is Herbert Amankwa, first in geography, 500 cedis, sponsored by Mr. Nathan Sadi. Richmond Nyakon, first in general knowledge and arts, 500 cedis from Ado Contemporary Arts. Joseph Okonad Dedi, first in government, 500 cedis, sponsored by Dr. Randy Abbey. Then Gabriel McEvan Segbefia, first in graphic design, 500 cedis from Mr. David Nikwe Tete. Dennis Sowate, first in history, 500 cedis from Mr. Joseph Marcus Jones. First in literature in English, 500 cedis from Dr. Randy Abbey. And then he's also won for himself Charles Autry Award for Best Form 2 Student in Literature in English, 500 cedis from Bleu 89 and the Endowment Fund. Dennis Collins Jamesi, first in ICT, core. Samuel Ajay, second in ICT. Bernard Achu, third in ICT. Then we have Joseph Asari Taimono, first in integrated science, 500 cedis from Mr. Ambrose Cotti, Papafield. Then Elom Prosper Tete, second in Form 2 integrated science certificate. Thank you, sir. Next to help us is Mr. Paul Ejiri Mensah, Headmaster, Kaneshi SHSTS. Francis Ajay, first in Form 2, Leatherwork. A certificate and 500 cedis from Bleo 92. Baldwin Opari Danielson Ampofu, first in core mathematics, Form 2. 500 cedis from Mr. Kwame Adu. He's also won for himself Alexia Titewia Prize for Best Form 2 Student in Mathematics, 500 cedis from the Endowment Fund. Oh, put your hands together for him. Nuba Kelvin, second in Mathematics, core. John Amankwa, third in Mathematics core, Form 2. First in Physics, Form 2. 500 cedis, sponsored by Mr. Horatio I. He is also Arthur Tete Kublenu, third in Mathematics core. Faith Okan, first in Music, Form 2. 500 cedis, sponsored by Mr. Percy Boama. Prince Boli, first in Physical Education, 500 cedis from Bleo 92. Christopher Kwesi Chawete, second in Physical Education. Felix Tewia Afo, third in Physical Education. Thank you, sir. We now call on Mr. Patrick Mensah, Odogono, SHS. Emmanuel Ni Ama, first in sculpture, Form 2, 500 cities from other contemporary arts. Derek Income Ninsin, first in social studies, 500 cities from Mr. Joseph Marcus Jones. Emmanuel Tego, second in social studies. Douglas Abbey, second in social studies. We have Abdul Wahab Mustafa, most improved student, award from Chobox Technologies. Cyril Fifi Kwabusa, most improved student, award from Chobox Technologies. David Opoku Makion, first in financial accounting. Form 3, 500 cities from Mr. Isaac Amisan Edu. Second in core mathematics, Form 3. Then he's also won the Felix Addo Prize for Best Form 3 Business Student, 500 cities from the Endowment Fund. We have Newton Kelly Dankwa, first in animal husbandry, 500 cities from Mr. Nicholas Tamaklo. Then we have first in general agric, 500 cities from Mr. Percy Boama. Bernard Okon Abe, first in business management, 500 cities from Angel Beauty. Second in integrated science, Form 3. Lucius Jackson, first in CRS, 500 cities from Mr. Percy Boama. First in English language, Form 3, 500 cities sponsored by Mr. Nathan Osafo Omani. Then first in history from Mr. Joseph Marcus Jones, 500 cities. Then Nita Kwao Prize for Best Form 3 English Student, 500 cities from Endowment Fund. Oh, put your hands together for him, he's done well. Michael Ni Lante Lamte, second in English language. Edmond Kweku Brew, third in English language. Prince Kwame Chei, also third in English language. Louis Aqua Samson. Louis Aqua Samson, first in cost accounting, Form 3, 500 cities from Mr. Isaac Emerson Edu. Thank you. Say thank you. We'll now call on Ms. Sylvia Lecha to help us with the next set. Grant income, first in economics, Form 3, 500 cities from Dr. Randy Abbey. Then first in social studies, Form 3. He's also won for himself, though Ajaho Prize for Best Form 3 Economics Student, 500 cities. Emmanuel Nana Inkum, first in elective ICT, 500 cities from Mr. Dennis Okai, and then third in social studies. Emmanuel Inkum, okay. Blaise Maulao Jondo, first in French, 500 cities from Mr. Carlos Buedu. Elvis Kote Nikwe, first in Ghana, Form 3, 500 cities from Mr. Ambrose Cotti, Papafield. George Annan, first in geography, 500 cities from Mr. Nathan Seidu. First in government, 500 cities from Dr. Randy Abe, and he's also won the BC Egan Prize for Best Form 3 General Arts Student, 500 cities. Romeo Ano, first in general knowledge in art, 500 cities from adult contemporaries. Caleb Maucho Ade, first in graphic design, 500 cedis from Dr. David Nikwe Tete. First in leatherwork, 500 cedis from Bleo 92. First in social studies, 500 cedis from Mr. Joseph Marcus Jones. Penel Godwin Kojo Adi, second in integrated science. Emmanuel Amuzu, second in integrated science. Then we have Anthony Jabache, first core mathematics, 500 cedis from Mr. Kwame Adu. And then it's also won the E.N. Omabo Prize for Best Form 3 Mathematics Student, 500 cedis. Godfred Ni Akwete, third in core mathematics. Vincent Salom Poha, first in music, 500 cedis from Mr. Percy Boama. Then Pius Siba Kome, physics, first Form 3, 500 cedis from Mr. Horatio I. And has also won Most Improved Student Award from Chobos Technology. Madam, thank you. We now call on Ms. Philomena Osu and Son of St. Mary's to help us with the next set. Tondike Enim Yeboah, first in picture making, 500 cedis from Bleo 92. First in sculpture, 500 cedis from Other Contemporary Art. Kofi Ifa Asari, Emmanuel Bediakon Bruce Atta Prize for Senior Prefect, 500 cedis from the Endowment Fund. Nuruddin Apia Benya, Blaubi Francis Kingsley Niekpani Award for Outstanding Track and Field Athlete. The award comes with 500 cedis and a trophy sponsored by the family of Blaubi Pani. Eric Safeno Sagbezi Hafo, Best in Sport. Master Thomas Okon Ama, Best Behaved Student, 500 cedis from Angel's Beauty. Most Hardworking Student, also goes with certificate. Angelo Ryan Ahimfo, Exemplary Leadership. Enoch Kudeu, General George Partington Cadet CO Prize for the Cadet CO, and it comes with a parcel. Bashiru Al-Hassan also has won the RSM Understated Cadet Prize for the Cadet RSM. It also comes with a parcel. Kamal Idrisu, Captain Ufuate Kujo Cadet Prize for the Cadet member, who is also on 2 sport teams, comes with a parcel. Abdul Nasiru Adams, Bryson Wasner Football Most Valuable Player Prize for the top scorer on the football team, comes with a parcel. And then Enoch Boateng has also won Princeton also and some Best Defender Prize for the defender who played in 80% of matches. It also comes with a parcel. Then Abbas Abdul Hamdi, Raf in Team Prize for Best Goalie on the team. It also comes with a parcel. Madam, thank you. We now call on Madam Ifua Mensa to help us with the next set. The first is Jubilee Godwise Okechukwu. He has won the Sam Stevens Prize for the top STEM student, comes with a parcel. The NSMQ contestant comes with a citation and a cash prize to be given. He's also won the VB Freeman Award for Leadership in Education, which goes with 2,000 cities. And this is sponsored by the Blair Ladies Chapter. Ni Ajiri Parker, National Science and Math Key contestant. Citation and a cash prize to be given. Richard Nana Entry Ashley, Science and Math Skills contestant, which comes with a citation and a cash prize to be given. We have Albert Tete Ayi, Best 2022 WASI student, 500 cities, sponsored by Mr. Alex O. Prince Aziayo, Best 2022 WASI student, 500 cities, sponsored by Mr. Alex O. Nanaya Asiedu, 2022 student, WASI Best, 500 cities, Mr. Alex O sponsored it. Then Suleimana Ibrahim, Best 2022 WASI student, 500 cities, sponsored by Mr. Alex O. Oh, let's put our hands together. Madam, thank you. Next to help us with the presentation is Mr. Victor Kwao, Lobby 74. Ebenezer Ousu Jachi, First in Literature in English. 500 cities from Dr. Randy Abbey. He has also won for himself Gogovi Prize for Best Form 3 student in English and Literature. 500 cities from S.O. Kwao, Blelby 74. Now the next, Christian Soa Mensah. First in Biology, Form 3, 500 cities from Mr. Samuel Tete. First in Chemistry, 500 cities from Mr. Kwame Odo Idankwa. First in Elective Mathematics, Form 3, 500 cities from Mr. Edmond Auku. First in Integration Science, 500 cities, Mr. Ambrose Scotty, Papafield. Third in Core Mathematics, Form 3. He is also won Dr. Ajay Sowa Prize for Best Form 3 Elective Mathematics Student, which comes with 2,000 cities. He is also won for himself Ni Abe Ashon Prize for Best Form 3 Chemistry Student, 500 cities, sponsored by Ambassador Solomon. He is also won for himself Best All-Round Form 3 Student, 500 cities from the school board. And ladies and gentlemen, to top it all, he is won for himself the overall Best Student of Accra Academy, which comes with 500 cities from Angels Beauty. Let's put our hands together for Christian Soa. Good. Then finally, we have Master Kevin Akwesi Bwedi, first in Cost Accounting. 500 cities from Mr. Isaac Emisa Edo. He has also won for himself the Asiedu Jamfi Prize for Best Form 2 Business Student, 500 cities from Bleu 74. Then Headmaster's Prize for Persistent Excellence in Academic Performance, 2,000 cities from Mr. Jeremiah Aduchum. Say thank you. Now we have a Form 2 student, a visual art student, who has seen the dedication, the hard work of our headmaster and the AUBA president, and so therefore has designed a portrait to be presented to them. I will now call on Master Francis Kumi of 2 Visual Art 2 to come forward, while I humbly request the honor of the AUBA president to come around to be presented with the portrait. Master Kumi Francis. Thank you. I will humbly request our headmaster, Mr. Emmanuel Ofoye Fiamale, to also come for his portrait. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for him. Oh, put your hands together. Put your hands together. Thank you. Madam Chair, thank you very much. We are done with the presentation. We now call on the MC to come and then continue with the program.
A big round of applause for the awards committee. That was excellence in display. A student just approached me and was like, "Sir, I didn't hear my name." So I asked him, "What was your result last term?" He said 23, 32, and 25. I said, "Have you forgotten you are in Accra and we reward excellence?" We are so much grateful. At this juncture, we want to receive a short address by Bill 92 and also continue with the handing over the reins of sponsorship. Ladies and gentlemen, we are so much grateful to Bill 92. If you have gone to the visual department, you will not only say Dubai in Ghana, you will say Canada, US, and Dubai in Accra Academy. With a round of applause, let's welcome Mr. Kwame Odoi, Dankwa Below 92.
The chairperson, Lobby, Mr. Wilson Kortite, my mentor and godfather. The special guest of honor, Lobby, Ambassador Chris Kodo. The board chair of Accra Academy, Lobby, His Lordship, Justice Victor Jones Duche. The president of the Accra Academy Old Boys Association, Mr. Kofi Amoua, and his executives herein present. The chairman, Greater Accra Regional Ghana Journalists Association, Mr. Charles Benani Okan. The guest speaker, our brother, Dr. Randy Abe. The headmaster of Accra Academy, Mr. Emmanuel Ofoye Fiamewele. Invited guests, Smuga 92, our wives in quotes, Blow 92-year group, fellow Blow B, students, ladies and gentlemen. Today marks the 92nd speech and prize giving day of the school that shaped our minds some 36 years ago, Accra Academy. It is with much excitement and appreciation that I stand before you on our distinguished guest as the messenger-in-chief of the 1992-year group. In September 1987, 36 years ago, a group of teenagers were admitted into this beautiful school for our minds and character to be shaped, to enable us proceed on a journey of academic adventure, excellence, friendship, and brotherliness. Without any shred of doubt, I say with all sanctity that the good Lord has blessed us in diverse ways to enable us prepare and be ready for today. However, allow me to also state that throughout this journey, we unfortunately lost some of our brothers on the way. May their souls rest in peace. This 92-year group has supported the school in various ways, as our motto depicts, to be rather than to seem to be. We always allow our deeds to do the speaking for us. I wish to also state that my year group is the most dynamic in the history of Aruba. Currently, two of our members, Mr. Alfred Mills and my good self, hold positions as Aruba executive members. Indeed, our group is dynamic. As the group with the mantle to host the 92nd speech day, we very much considered the needs of the school and decided to renovate the 5-unit visual arts block with adjoining washrooms. Works on the renovation commenced in July 2023. The building was in a deplorable state. We therefore decided to do the following. We took off all the old asbestos roofing ceilings. We changed all the window panels on the front and back elevations. We changed all the sanitary wares and installed a bowl digester. We rewired the block and provided ceiling fans in the classrooms. We undertook plumbing works. We installed a 3,000-liter water tank. We did terrazzo works for the entire work area and the classrooms. We furnished the classrooms with a total of 250 new furnitures. We also did a very beautiful landscape at the frontage. We acquired a new lawnmower and horticultural equipment and materials to be handed to the school. What we have witnessed today is many months and days of planning and execution by a group of old students who were determined to improve upon infrastructure of our alma mater to shape the lives of those who are to come after us. We wish to thank all our generous sponsors, most especially Ghana Gas, without whom this day will not be this impactful. My sincerest gratitude and thanks goes to the various committees we put together to execute what looks simple but an arduous task. These are projects, finance, events, and publicity committees, which superintended over the renovation project for their dedication and commitment to the task. To all the members of the 92-year group who stood up, donated, sacrificed their time and other resources to see the project through, I say from the bottom of my heart, as the president, your alma mater, Accra Academy, says thank you. God bless us all. Accra, thank you.
So you please. So you please come downstairs for. The 93-year group would want to see you here for the handing over of the sponsorship. Please, a round of applause as they come. 93-year group, sorry. Another round of applause as they are coming. Show some love even as they. Would want to invite our Honorable Headmaster to be part of it. A round of applause even as they come. So they will hand over the reins of power 22 years. And it, after which to be given to the 93-year group. A round of applause once again. So now it's been given to the 92-year group by the cadet officer. Ladies and gentlemen, that's awesome display. Another round of applause. It's being handed over to the headmaster, after which it will be given to the 93-year group. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, do it better, do it better, do it better. Finally, the reins of sponsorship is being handed over to the 93-year group, and they will be taking over with another Gangantuan project. Do it better for them, somebody. It's a sacrificial work and a love for the fraternity. Once again, do it better, even as they eat.
Thank you very much, Eric. Accra, let's put our hands together for our gallant cadet officers and the year group that has taken over the reins of affairs. Mr. Chairman, please allow me to acknowledge the following people who are here with us. We have in our midst Mr. Alex Akon, the Regional Coordinator for Senior High School, also in the house this afternoon. Please put your hands together for him. We have Mr. Justice Kwame Esiedu of the Supreme Court also with us. You are welcome, sir. Ms. Ajua Deborah Akumening is an accountant at the Wesley Grammar School, also in the house with us. We have Mr. Ohene Kofi Efriye, Assistant Headmaster, St. Thomas Aquinas, represented here. Mr. Elikem S. Logbavi asked me to correct his designation. He is not the headmaster, but the assistant headmaster at Sherman Senior High School. We also have here with us Mrs. Vera Akpakli, assistant headmistress, Labonis Senior High School, represented. Last but not least, Ms. Jemima Buaponsen, assistant headmistress at Masaman Senior Technical School.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. We want to take a brief remarks from our president. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Mr. Joseph K. Amoa Ewua with a round of applause.
Mr. Chairman, the chairman and members of the board of governors of the Accra Academy, distinguished keynote speaker, special guest of honor, the headmaster and staff of Accra Academy, Nime and Name, heads of assisted schools present at this gathering, Blow B of various year groups, especially Blow 92, who sponsored this year's speech and prize giving day, the chairman of the Parents Association, parents and guests, students of Accra Academy, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'm very delighted to be called upon to make brief remarks on the occasion of the 92nd Speech and Prize Giving Day of the Accra Academy. We wish to congratulate the school and all of us on the attainment of 92 years of the founding of our school, and wish to state that the Old Boys Association are pleased to be part of this celebration. We say a special congratulations and a big thank you to the 1992 year group, or Bell 92, for stepping up to accept the challenge to plan, host, finance, and deliver a wonderful package, including what they are calling their legacy project for the 92nd Speech and Prize Giving Day that we are witnessing today. We thank Block 93. We just saw the handover of the baton to the 1993 year group, and we thank them for accepting and taking the baton to plan, host, finance, and deliver the 93rd Speech and Prize Giving Day scheduled for 2024, and we wish them all the best for success. Mr. Chairman, as the Old Boys Association, we are working to close our ranks and to bring all our members together, and we are strengthening our network in order to harness our talent, our treasure, our time, and also to optimize resources that we are able to collect to help each other as professionals and ultimately to help the school. Within the context of the current free SHS policy, given the sheer numbers of students and the pressure placed on the infrastructure and facilities of the school, and recognizing government's efforts and the concomitant challenges and the need for the Old Boys Association to step up and come to the aid of the school, that need is paramount and greater than ever before. Mr. Chairman, the theme for this year's Speech Day is developing and maintaining sustainable school infrastructure for impactful education, a shared responsibility. The theme is paramount. It's of paramount importance to us. This is a rallying call for all Old Boys, parents, and friends of the school to align with the efforts of the Old Boys Association in terms of gathering the necessary resources to help the school realize the theme that has been chosen for this year's celebration. As Blow B, on our part, we are linking up arms across the globe, not just in Ghana, but around the world, and doing what we can and doing what we are supposed to do, not just connecting socially. It's nice when we meet, we can connect socially. We can recollect or reminisce the memories of our stay during the 4 walls of Accra. This is our stay here. But it's important to, above and beyond that, use these opportunities to network professionally. This is the emphasis the Old Boys Association is making, to network professionally so that we can help each other as engineers, as doctors, as lawyers, as accountants, as whatever, to be able to help each other succeed, even as professionals. When we have succeeded and we have made the money, then some of that money can be shared, can be donated, and can be guarded to help the school. So it's important that we emphasize that. We have taken steps to commit the Old Boys Association to stand with the Board of Governors. This is a commitment we've made. This is a commitment we continue to honor, to stand with the Board of Governors and the administration of the school to help in terms of the ever increasing needs beyond government's limited assistance for administrative and infrastructural support. On the part of the school, maintenance of existing infrastructure and facilities should be made a top priority so that the resources that are collected and used to improve the facilities of the school to help us achieve this objective of impactful education. To share that responsibility, it's important that the school take maintenance seriously and make maintenance a top priority. It will be really good to take care of what the school has now and make the best use of it, even as we as Old Boys work together to deliver the additional infrastructure and facilities required to enhance the teaching and learning at Accra Academy. This is a commitment we've made, and we will continue to work to ensure that we achieve that. We wish to assure the Board of Governors and the administration of the school of our support to the school going forward as we commit ourselves, first of all, as executive audit. Executive officers, president, vice president, general secretary, deputy general secretary, and organizing secretary, and the treasurer. As executive officers of the association, we commit ourselves to the ideals of relevance. Are we relevant to the Old Boys? We try to understand this, and we try to work to deliver relevance. We deliver transparency in terms of accounting for what we receive from Old Boys, from the year groups, to be used to enhance the teaching and learning of the Accra Academy. We commit to accountability and responsiveness to all Blobi, and in this commitment, may God help us. We wish to thank the Board of Governors of the school and the Headmaster for the opportunity granted the Old Boys Association for constructive engagement that endures to the benefit of the school. We want to emphasize this. The opportunity is given us. We use that opportunity to do what we can as Old Boys and to use the facilities and the processes provided for constructive engagement to help us work together as a unit to help the school. History will look back and remember. So let's do what we can. Let's continue the tradition of our founding fathers, what they started 92 years ago. We don't want to forget that. We want to continue that so that we can do what we can to help the school. So put this in mind. History will look back and remember. So when we call on each of us to play our part, we expect that whatever is expected is done to help us work collectively to help our school deliver impactful education towards the next century. So Accra, thank you very much for your audience.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. A big round of applause. These are Blobbies who have not kept their monies in their job boxes, but they are using to support the progress of the school. Another big round of applause for them. Ladies and gentlemen, as our program draws to a close, we want to take the chairman's remark. And ladies and gentlemen, with a round of applause, let's welcome our chairman as we receive his closing remarks. Do it better, even as he comes.
Cracker. The topic, developing and maintaining sustainable school infrastructure, a shared responsibility. I take away from this is a shared responsibility. In other words, the speaker has told us not to be takers, but to be givers. Dr. Randy Abbey has very, very well broken this topic into the various sections. He talked about the development, he talked about maintenance, he talked about the sustainability. And then he ended by demonstrating a shared responsibility by donating him and his wife 50,000 cedis towards our centenary celebration. I didn't hear the applause. Too often we have people who come and talk and say, do this, do that. They don't show us how to do it. Dr. Abbey, none of you who said, time bomb, we shall live up to it. And I'd like to say a very big thank you. And I'd say a thank you, big thank you to the chair of your board at home, Mrs. Abbey. Now, Dr. Abbey took us through the history of this school. I will not attempt to paraphrase what he has said, but I can only say one thing, something that I know. When I came in this school, or when I left, the population was 700, and that was in 1970. And today, it is 4,000 plus, 45, right? 4,500. I have not seen that the school facilities have matched this growth. Not at all. But I can also not say that government alone will be able to do it. Government cannot. It doesn't matter whether it's Hearts of Oak government or Olympics government. They cannot. That puts a big responsibility on us. I'll tell you a little story, 2 stories. One day I was laying over in Heathrow, and they put glass bowls all over. And they said that anybody who had change should drop the change in the glass bowl. My layover was 6 hours. Now, every hour they announced what had been collected. 6 hours just before I boarded, the glass bowl of change had collected 3 million pounds. 3 million pounds. From coins and pounds and 5 pounds and things. 3 million pounds. If the entire population of Old Boys of Accra Academy will donate their little change in this glass bowl, I can bet you that this school will not lack anything. This school will not lack anything. The second story, which is similar. My children went to school in a school called Davidson College in Charlotte. And they prided themselves in recruiting the best students. And they had this president of the school, they call it, we call them vice chancellors here, who said he didn't believe that they recruited the best students because they recruited students who couldn't afford to come to the school and they fell out, so they got the second best. Now, in his term, his achievement was to make sure that the best came into the school. In other words, anybody who got admitted into the school must enter the school, whether or not his parents can afford it. And he set up a fund. And I happened to be there at that time. And I came from Ghana. I earned cedis. So I felt really good. And I donated 2,000 pounds. And I was feeling like, yeah, and then this man walked up and donated
$80 million. Now, his only reason was he attended Davidson. His two daughters were in Davidson. Now, in other words, if he had not been tutored and molded by Davidson, he could not have made 80 million that he was giving back. So I challenge you, like Dr. Abe has done, Unyibima, support the school, help the school. Let us all together agree to the proposal that is put down, 500 cities a month, 6,000 cities a year. Now, if we drink 2 bottles of beer a day, let's cut it down to 1 and donate the other 1 to the cause of Accra Academy. And you yourselves would be shocked how much money you would be donating to Accra Academy. I'd like to congratulate the young men who won the awards, particularly Mr. Christian Soa Mensah. Thank you. Now, let the achievements of the awardees Thank you. Thank you very much. Let the achievements of those who won awards today not intimidate you. Let their achievements rather inspire you. Let the achievements inspire you. What one can do, another can do. So that, yeah, okay. Let me take that again. Let the achievements of those who won awards not intimidate you. Let the achievements inspire you. Because what one can do, another can do. Let's all work harder so that next time we also will win the awards like Mr. Christian Soa Mensah did. Once again, I say, Mr. Christian Soa Mensah, Aiko. I commend the Blow B 92 for refurbishing the visual arts department or block. Now, it doesn't come easy. Planning, executing, financing, and I like to say, may God bless you, may God replenish you all. I'll challenge us all that even though our turn as organizers of the speech day passes, we should not just walk away from the school. Because it does seem to me that once a group has done something for their speech day, they walk away, they forget about it. Now, today's speech talks about sustenance. It talks about maintenance. Let us continue to ensure that whatever we have given bears fruit and continues to grow. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank everybody, Mr. Board Chairman and your board members, Mr. Headmaster and your indefatigable staff, I say thank you very much. And I say thank you to you students. You've been very, very well behaved. I congratulate you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chair. Another round of applause for our chair. That was insightful remarks. And one for the students, well behaved, from the chair. Akaka, at this juncture, I want to take the announcement, and to do that for us is the only Kofi Yesu in the Accra Academy fraternity. A round of applause.
Thank you very much, Mr. MC. But before I start, let me also, Mr. Chairman, I want to stand on the existing protocols to give my announcement. Let me also add my voice by saying sorry to our headmaster from Presec Legon for the mess. The Presec Legon headmaster, we know we have forgiven us. And we are pressed with time, as I would have asked the band to sing for him. Last Friday was his birthday, so say, happy birthday. Belated one. The students, you've been praised by the chairman of the day. I want you to continue to sit down. The program is still running. We don't want anybody to be running around until the last person leaves the space. We don't want you to be moving out from this place. So take note. Students should be seated. So everybody leaves the stage before you also move out. Now to wonderful personalities that came here to support us, the dignitaries. When we close from here, you will all move to the headmaster's office for your refreshment. And then the heads of institutions will also move to the headmaster's bungalow. And our friends from the media, the press, you will also go to the boardroom for your refreshment. Students, because you behave well today, you are going to be given enhanced lunch. So from here, you go to the dining hall, thanks to the 92-year group for what they have done. And the staff, teachers, both teaching and non-teaching, you all move to the assembly hall for your refreshment. Parents, we cherish you so much. We have a special table for you. If you have not visited the table, I'm pleading with you to go to the table. Parents, when we close, you also remain where you are for your refreshment. And the old boys, the 1992-year group and other old boys who are here, you will also move to the refurbished block for your refreshment. When we were talking about awards, we made mention of Chobox for what they have done. They set up a stand just behind the canopy. So when we close, parents would like to meet them to get something for their awards. You can get in touch with them and they will tell you what they can do for you. Even though we are going through these activities, this evening there will be prep. So students should take note. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. We would like to take the vote of thanks from Madam Evelyn Ampofo. A round of applause. I believe you are excited about the prep. Thank you.
Thank you so much, MC Pastor Marfo. Mr. Chairman, please permit me to stand on the already established protocol to give the vote of thanks. I deem it a great privilege to give the vote of thanks on our 92nd speech and prize giving ceremony. On behalf of the Board of Governors and the school management, we say thanks to Almighty God for the success of this program He has given. We say we are grateful for accepting to share the occasion to a successful end.
Our special guest and special guest speaker, we are deeply appreciative for gracing the occasion with your presence and for the great speeches you have given. Representatives from the Regional and Metro Education Directorate, we are most grateful for taking time off your busy schedules to be part of this event. Distinguished guests, we are grateful. The Board of Governors, we thank you for your commitment to the development of the school. Our Honorable Headmaster and able assistants, God bless you richly for the hard work and commitment. Heads, assistant heads, and representatives of sister schools present, we appreciate your support. Our dear teaching and non-teaching staff, God bless you all for molding these young ones into responsible adults. And to our ever supportive Block B, most especially Block B 92, we express our heartfelt appreciation for all that you have done for us, for your support, and even for sponsoring this year's anniversary. God bless you, and may you lack nothing. Friends from the media, we are so grateful for your presence. Our dear parents, we thank you so much for honoring our invitation. Students, God bless you for your hard work and commitment. On this note, when the sun peeps from its hiding place tomorrow morning, that will be Accra Academy saying, God bless you and thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Madam. We are just about closing prayer. And please be reminded that after the closing prayer, dignitaries will recess, and students will keep standing. Please take note. Until everybody leaves the stage, you are not supposed to move. Then again, you are reminded that there will be prep this evening. Let's invite Lady Pastor Kate as she takes us through the closing prayer. Thank you. A round of applause for her.
Please, with due respect, can we be upstanding, even as we see the closing prayer? God has been so good to us, and we believe without Him, we wouldn't have been able to witness what we are witnessing today. Father, in the name of Jesus, we give you all the praise, we give you all the adoration. We say, indeed, you are a faithful God. Even during our preparations, we call on you, that you be our director, you be our helper, you be the leading one in this program. You have done more than we even expected. Together we are saying thank you. Thank you for all that you have done. Father, you've been with us. You've brought people from afar. We didn't hear any bad news. You are indeed a faithful God. We worship you this afternoon. We are still praying, my Lord and Master Jesus, that even as you began with us in a very well note, you continue with us. We pray for traveling mercies from everyone who came to witness this, that you take each and every one to his or her destination safely. We even bring the food that we are going to eat before the throne of grace, that you sanctify everything that we will take. And we know you have done it already. We thank you for especially the 92-year group Father, we thank you for the many resources that you bless them with. And because of that, they've given to their alma mater. Continue to bless them. Because we know you've told us that when we give, you will bless. Father, they have given. May none of them lack. Continue to take Accra Academy as a school higher and higher. And we will not at any time forget to glorify your holy name. We thank you. Continue to be Lord over our lives and continue to win the victory for us. We bless you. We thank you in Jesus' name. Amen. And now the benediction. The Lord bless all of us and keep us. The Lord cause his face to shine upon us and be gracious unto us. The one who is faithful to his children should continue to be faithful to all of us. Go and know that you are blessed. In Jesus' name, amen.
So let's keep standing. The choir will come over to recess our dignitaries.
And whilst we are waiting for the choir to do that, there is one important announcement that we all have to notice. With what God has done for us, tomorrow we are going to have a Thanksgiving service at this same venue. And the time is 9:30. So parents, you are still invited. Old boys and girls, you are also invited to be part of the Thanksgiving service tomorrow morning. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And you can equally visit our social media handlers to have a view of this program. Our YouTube, Accra Academy. Thank you.
Sorry, please, we have to recess. So the butcher is waiting for us. We follow the choir. Please, we have to follow the choir. So when you get to the pavement, then you move to wherever you want to move to. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. The MCs, we want to thank you so much for a wonderful job. Pastor Marfa, Madam Grace, and whoever came up here. Now we should take note of where you are supposed to. All the dignitaries are going to the headmaster's office. The head of institutions, headmasters, headmistresses are moving to the headmaster's bungalow. Then the friends of the media, you are also going to the boardroom. Students, you move to the dining hall. Teachers and non-teaching staff will go to the